to stimuli and maintain homeostasis. I know that's a lot, but within all that, there's almost everything that happens in life.
Okay.
Yeah, and so when you say it's an electrical signal, it's supposed to guide you. The brain is supposed to guide you to find solutions. But when it is overwhelmed, it can, now it alarms you. It doesn't guide you enough to be alarmed. And the alarm may sound like, I can't do this, I want out, I'm tired.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's the signal that is coming from your nervous system.
Okay.
It's signaling you that you're tired. And the brain takes emotional pain as a threat. So kama kuna emotional pain, it tries to escape the emotional pain. So that's where we come to a point where we're having suicidal thoughts.
Okay.
Yes.
Speaking of alarm, I don't know what my brain is doing to me, but me and my brain in the morning, alarm iki go on, ama is it off? We snooze again, tunalalala alafu tunaamka. So hiyo alarm ikikuja hivyo, is it possible to snooze?
It might not be, even if you snooze it, it is something that is itakuja tu, ita hide in your subconscious and it will come out through other ways, through behaviors. Utajipata ukisuppress kitu, ita come out through another behavior. And eventually ita come out. You can never hide something from your own brain.
I think even the another update nimepata from my brain. I think the best thing is, even with the alarm, when you snooze, it will continue. After 5 minutes, 10 minutes, itaendelea. The best thing is to turn off the alarm. If now you want to sleep, is to turn off the alarm.
The best thing to do is to wake up, because if you snooze, but whatever you're waking up to do is still there. So even here, if you snooze the alarm that's saying, that's showing the emotional pain, if you snooze it, the emotional pain is still there.
If you turn it off?
Now turning it off is a process. You see, it's not just, it's your kitupap.
But I like how you are saying now, it's better now to wake up to the emotional pain and deal with it than snoozing or turn it off. You almost don't have a choice but to face it, because it is here. And I like to think of it as there's this quote, the storm passes, the ocean remains. The ocean remains.
Kunaweza kuwa na storm, even a tsunami, and you wipe the shore and the buildings hapo kando, but the ocean, after the storm, the ocean still remains. So as humanity, we are, when things are working properly, the ocean is supposed to remain after the storm. But now they are, of course, we are unique. We are not the ocean. We have similar qualities, but we have the conscious choice ya kuchagua, we will not remain. And so that becomes the challenge. And to do this, I wanted to look at the three selves. Okay. There's the self, as it is, kama hiyo ni the natural self, biological. Mwili yako inakupea signal, you need to eat. The awareness of self decides what you will cook, because now you're aware, you'll decide to cook. Body imekwambia uko njaa, wewe ume decide to cook. Love the concept of the self. Inakwambia mimi sikulangi mboga, kulanga tu nyama. So hiyo ni concept of the self, na iko focal point of consciousness ni ego. The ego is the one that makes the choice about now here the self concept. And so easy when these selves are in conflict, that's where again suicidal thoughts come in. When the self and the awareness of self are fighting each other, the self does not like the awareness of the self. If I can rephrase that, nipeane a different example. There's a self that feels pain and the self that observes the pain. So unaweza kuona feel pain, but kuna vile pia una observe your pain. Right? It happens in two dimensions. Yeah. And so the mind will obviously try to escape this, because when this is happening, kuna avoid that is created. Ndio ina feel the emptiness that comes. The Jesus actually, if I may bring in a Bible verse, during Easter, I decided to read through the crucifixion story.
Okay.
Na kuna a Bible verse when Jesus was praying right before he was crucified, where he says, I am filled with sorrow to the point of death. It was Matthew something, I'm not sure I can find it within the blink of an eye, but it says that I'm sorrowful to the point of death. And as humans, we can get to that point. And at the end, so it's about trying to reconcile these three selves. The self, the awareness of self, and the self-concept zikuwe closer to each other. Zisikuwe too far from each other. Yes. And that brings me to my own experience. When about 6 years ago,
Okay.
was it 6? Let me just stay with 6 or 7.
6 to 7 years ago.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nimeisema tu like automatically, hata sija calculate.
Yeah.
But anyway, I was deep in addiction. I was doing heroin. And when you take these drugs, they mess up with your brain chemistry.
Okay.
Tunajua, si tunajua, but there's a chemical, again I'll go scientific kidogo, but there's a chemical called dopamine.
Dopamine, yeah.
Maybe umesikia about it kidogo. So drugs, they affect this chemical, how it's released in your body. And dopamine makes you feel a sense of satisfaction from doing things.
Yeah.
Like if you just, let's say, unaweza cheza ball, you feel a sense of, I feel good. But when dopamine is cut short, you don't feel satisfaction from even the basic, the things that you feel satisfaction from. And usually inaweza kuwa maybe an illness, a mental illness, so we need to also be keen on ourselves. Maybe unaweza kuwa na bipolar, unaweza kuwa na ADHD na ujui. So we should be close to the mental health community and embrace, it's a part of life. It's almost a core part of life, but society, there are pillars in society.
Yeah.
Na emotional health imekuwa huku nyuma.
Yeah.
Watu wana focus on physical health, most likely, ama intellectual health. Intellectual health and psychological health, they go hand in hand. But I think tuna focusingi sana on physical. Hata ukiambia mtu maybe you need a certain kind of maybe mtu tu ako pabaya na unaona tu unamwambia tu bro, maybe you need to seek help. But yeye atasema sasa mbona niende niongeleshwe na bado sina kitu ya kukula. So it
ama pia mtu ana limp. People wata feel more pathetic towards them juu physically ina manifest. But mtu ana undergo kitu kama psychological pain, emotional pain. Because watu waioni, they don't even empathize. So tuna focus more na kinye tunaona the physical.
And usually your emotional health when sasa inaonekana, it's already if not too late, it's already quite bad. By the time inaonekana, it's very bad. Na tunaonanga signs, but we are too busy trying to fix other things and we ignore it. So the advice is don't ignore it. When the brain sends alarm signals, you need to respond to it promptly.
Yeah, sure.
Yes, so nilikuwa nasema the 3 S's. Na hizi 3 S's, I'll go now to the 3 P's. Because the 3 S's also experience this. This is pain, pleasure, and purpose.
Pain, pleasure,
and purpose.
Okay.
So let's look at them also like pillars.
Okay.
Purpose is the central pillar. Let's put pain on the left and pleasure on the right. So pleasure is most of us are striving towards pleasure. And life is almost like striving towards pleasure, going away from pain, while rooted in purpose. Because when you go towards pleasure without purpose, for example, kama uko, you're going for sexual pleasure, na you don't have any purpose ama una any foundation, you can end up having too many sexual relationships, and iko na risk. Even if not physical, you can also emotional risk. When you are involved with different people, you sacrifice your boundaries, you also lose yourself when you to some extent. And so the goal inakuanga ku stay hapo, to be driven in purpose, because pain is also to get resilience through pain because of purpose. You can hata unaweza skip rope, you feel the pain in your legs, but the purpose of reaching out the impact ndio inakupea the resilience to go through.
Speaking of, I like the umezilink, there is a quote by Jim Rohn, I hope I will do justice to it. Inasemanga that purpose can pull you through a bad day, sometimes a bad week, sometimes even a bad month, and sometimes you can even have a bad year, a whole bad year. It's imekuwa too difficult for you, but when you have purpose will pull you through it. But when you don't have purpose, everything else ikikuja sasa ina collapse. But when you have purpose, it keeps you.
Exactly. And now purpose, most of the time, it's not that it's not there. It's only that you're not connected to it. Now most of the time you're not connected because of let's say kuna static. Ni kama when radio, there are the signals, there are radio stations that have your purpose, the music of your purpose, but kuna static ina block your radio station, so uski maybe the static is depression or a sense of existential meaninglessness or emptiness. Kwa Bible inaitwa divine abandonment, where you feel like you have been abandoned by divinity itself, which inakaa kuwa very painful. When you're abandoned by divinity itself, that's a very
who do you turn to after that?
Who do you turn to, you know? But in life and also in spirituality, there's a lot of uncertainty. We don't know. Like I was here when you were speaking, Jana, and you spoke about how spirituality unaweza kosa jibu.
Sure.
And you will feel the divine abandonment. Now it's part of life, it's part of humanity.
The wilderness.
And actually your uncertainty, it's not that hata your God's purpose iko ni si tu atuoni at the end of it.
Then kuna mtu akisikia purpose, maybe anafikiria it's something, this grand thing ndio purpose. Maybe unaweza
that brings me back to the ego. Juu your purpose when unaiona, it's the ego that is defining your purpose. Na part of it even comes from your DNA. Unaweza pata family yenu, maybe kuna family zenye zikuwa strictly let's say go through a certain profession, so uko na pressure go through that. So let's say umeingia kwa a profession, hiyo ni basically because of your DNA. Uko kwa hii family, so wamekupressure uingie kwa ama hata tu hiyo ndo the only thing you're familiar with. So the brain also goes to what is familiar. Sometimes itakangi kitu unknown sana. Sometimes pia ni adventurous, but it's both of them. Does that answer your question?
Yeah, it does.
Okay. So now I'll look at survival system.
Before you have finished the 3 P's.
I finished the 3 P's, yes.
I was reading somewhere about pain and pressure.
Yes.
So wanasema when the brain is given 2 options, 1 to avoid pain or to seek pleasure, the brain goes for avoiding pain.
It does.
Yeah. So for example, unakutanga like filing of tax returns, sindio? Wakiaka there is a penalty for not filing in time, watu wengi wata file juu ya it's easier to make people file juu ya avoid penalty.
Yeah, true.
Lakini ukiweka incentive useme when you file in time utapata sijui nini. Do you know most people will not even file in time due to the incentive? Utakulika, this incentive is not. Yani, someone will do their best not to lose 100 shilling than to gain 100 shilling.
Yeah. Yoni, again, a very natural biological, like I was saying, it's a biological signal again. Brain iko built to survive.
That's first, the reason.
Its first instinct ni to survive, not even to thrive. Now,
that's the reason. So even that's why even in romantic relationships, you find people have been stuck in a toxic relationship ijakuwa ikiwork. Venye tumesema about we seek familiarity. So there's someone ajua, this relationship is not the best that I can do, but I stick now. So they are avoiding the pain of breakup, the pain of being alone. What's the alternative? Seek pressure in terms of there is a better relationship, there is a safer relationship, there's a relationship that you thrive. But because when you mesema your brain is designed for survival, so you can survive na hii.
You need the primary part of the brain. Of course.
Even with jobs, unakuta so tu ni stick na hii job as much as maybe even the salary is not enough, maybe the working environment is toxic, maybe there's no career advancement, but pure uncertainty. I don't want to deal with the uncertainty of kutuma CV kufanya nini. What's the other alternative? Seek a new job. Like you can even get a job that inakupea even times 10 of what you're currently earning. Iko na more career advancement, iko na nini, but the brain imedesigniwa tu.
And also when the same brain has gone through experiences that are challenging, find a way to, how would I put this? The brain finds a way to escape, like I said, but also I'm trying to look for the word.
It becomes the new norm, like the pain.
Oh yeah, thank you for reminding me. When the pain you may experience so many times, your ability to dream for a future, to dream, to envision a good future, inakuwa distorted. Because you can only see the a distortion. You are unable to envision the future or even just dream. Hata kuimagine tu. Hata kukaa hivi imagine myself being happy inakuwa tangumu, which is only imagination.
Umenikumbusha meme fulani ati dem amepost ati imagine sijui una date msee sijui nani sijui 1M per month, what have you, nini. So someone replied to that post akamuuliza aje, even in your imaginations, you don't even have, even in your imaginations, sio wewe una earn, ni mtu mwingine, you're still relying on someone else. But aseme, I can imagine myself maybe even earning a meter a month. But hata kwa imagination yake.
Because imagination bado, we try to make it as logical as possible. Brain pia, you can't lie to yourself.
Sure.
You can't lie to yourself. You can try to fake it till you make it, which is very advisable. Try to fake it till you make it, but at the back of your mind always know there are these limitations, there are these challenges, and don't hide from them. Don't say they don't exist. As much as you hope for kuna phrase nasimanga, keep your hopes up high, but your head on the ground. Akili yako inaweza kuwa uko juu but uko grounded, you are still in reality. You are dreaming of the best, but you're also realizing life also has many dynamics. So it's a delicate dance. It's a dance.
Sure.
So kuna hii survival system, kuna the F's zinaitwa the 4 F's: fight, flight, freeze, na fawn. FAWN. Hii ni lenye mtu ana do everything to please others. I mean, you even lose yourself to please others. That's also a coping mechanism ya the brain. When you are una lose boundaries, unafanya things to please others, and you even neglect yourself. A freeze ni ile you are facing something challenging and you're like, I can't do this. You just freeze.
And it happens. But sometimes you're freezing. Hizi vitu zingine zina happen involuntarily. There was a day nilikuwa navuka, naenda kuvuka barabara, then boda ikakuja like from nowhere. Then ningemaliza tu kuvuka, nikajipata nimesimama, ni kama I'm trying to hold it. Uzuri it wasn't speeding. Then baadaye nikajiuliza mbona siku sasa the logical part inaniambia mbona uku just maliza kudash, but I stood and I tried to
Sapo, you know, it's a split second decision. And the brain is making decisions based on very limited information. When someone is suicidal, they're making decisions based on what they are seeing or what they are feeling, but what they are seeing and feeling is not everything. And they're also focusing on a certain feeling, a certain thought, and neglecting other thoughts. Unaweza kuwa na the thought, I don't believe I can get this job. There might be also a thought inasema, maybe if I try, I could get it, but sasa only kuna voice yenye ina winningi at the end na ina decide your next step
in a split nini. Which makes me think, is it possible to train, like sasa, is it possible to train mtu to unfreeze, like sasa in future nikijipata situation kayo badala ni freeze nimalize mbio? Is it possible to train yourself?
It is possible because whatever your reaction is, react based on what you have gone through your whole life. React based on you. React based on let's say hapo una time ya kufikiria, let's say when fan wa Sauti Sol ingekuwa bien angedu. Una time ya kufikiria ama kufikiria mentor yako ama kufikiria the best possible. Utafikiria to the thing that will get you out of that situation at that time. Na utakuwa na time ya kujudge. Hapo una time ya kujudge whether this is the right move to make. Juu ungeanza kufikiria ni songe ama ni ungegongo. Si ndio? Ungeanza kufikiria ungekuwa split between kama ufanye hivyo ama tu ukimbie ungegongwa. Si ndio? So you can train it, yes, ni a process. Na hii process kuna aspects ama aspects of the self that I'll get into, which is the spiritual self, physical self, intellectual, relational and emotional. So hizi pillars pia tunafaa kuzi-strengthen so that you are a whole person. Ukiwa maybe physical things are going well, but emotional uko in turmoil, you're still not in a place that you'd want to be. I believe so. Yenye pia watu wana neglectingi sana ni, I don't know, spirituality. When things are going well physically, spirituality yako unaweza neglect. Na spirituality is not necessarily religion. It's seeking higher meaning, higher purpose. And as humans, we want things to make sense. That's why we go for spirituality, because we want to explain what is happening. But again, as I said, we are explaining from a very finite body. Our body is finite. Our senses are limited. So you can't define unlimited things using a limited. So that's why we just have to accept that, okay, you know, life iko hivi. Kuna vitu tu siwezi nini, but I can try to find a sweet spot in here, hapa katikati mali, within the parameters unaweza influence.
I like how you saying about acceptance. Sasa ufike place una accept hapo. But tena sio acceptance ya, you know, kuna situation mtu ana accepting but they don't do anything about it. Like there is, I tend to define acceptance in two ways. There is resigned acceptance and non-resigned acceptance.
Sorry, resigned?
Resigned acceptance and non-resigned.
Okay, non-resigned.
For example, as we are recording this, it's raining. Sindio?
Yes.
We have to accept if someone has to step out, there's nothing you can do about the weather. so usha accept yo make peace nayo. But sasa non-resigned acceptance ni there's nothing you can do about the weather, but at least you can wear a raincoat and carry an umbrella. Nona?
Exactly.
Yeah. So resigned acceptance ni ile ya sipati job. But the job market in Kenya, kupata job saizi, some of hizi corporate jobs nini saizi ni ngumu kidogo. Si ndio?
Yeah, true.
So that's the reality. So you accept that. But non-resigned acceptance ni okay, kupata hizi corporate jobs ama hizi white collar jobs ni ngumu kidogo, but neza fanya kitu ingine. I can even start my own company and sasa ni create wasi wengine job.
Exactly. Na kuna kungana hiyo when you mesema the job market is society pia ina coming up with conclusions. Kama hivi wa Kenya tunajua tu our system is not working for us. We come up with an level tunasema kufind job ni ngumu. Yes, it's true. And yes, also you need a job. So what do? You also can't stop looking for a job.
Yeah.
Unaweza pata hata labda wewe ndio the lucky one mwenye ndio watu ni ngumu kupata job but utapata.
Wewe
utapata. You still have to try na even when you try you might learn something that will improve your way of communicating ama inaweza hata kulead maybe into a business. Saa zingine hata stories are the most, kuna mtu anaweza kuwa rejected job apate sasa ameanza business na hiyo business imeshika.
Yeah, sure.
So kuna always life always offers a get out of jail card. Kuna game ya Monopoly. So kuna always a get out of jail card even if things are zimeshika tu ziko mbaya. At some point inaweza ku jail card. So if mtu maybe anaweza kuwa too patient enough ku weather that storm, eventually you kuja. It's nature, duality, things just change is part of nature. So kama vitu ziko chini zitakuja juu ni it's the system.
I like how unasema hiyo the duality part. Kuna mtu kwa sema the same way sometimes mtu ana expect something bad can happen, also something good can happen. There is a place nataka kurudisha na I would love you to dwell on it kidogo and it's a bit scary. Hiyo ya split second and you are a psychologist, a trained psychologist, ndio? So I think you'll be in a better position.
I'm still in training.
Still in training, yes. But you'll be, I hope umecover hiyo unit yenye nataka kuuliza. So you'll be in a better position kusema verify kile nasema kani ukweli ama si ukweli. One, not everyone who takes their life has an underlying mental health condition. Najua watu wengi, by the way, suicide is not a mental health condition.
Suicide is not a mental health condition. Well, it is a mental health challenge.
Yeah.
I don't think.
Yes, ndio. And not everyone who takes their life akona underlying mental health condition.
That is an interesting. Now you see a mental health condition inaweza kuwa kuna mtu maybe too. Okay, I'm not sure I can answer this, to be honest.
Let me set it up maybe, then itanini. Also, there is a friend of mine mwenye anawaka at Mathare Hospital. Niliona amepost kitu na it's something I always kinda knew it, but when I put a voice to it afu na profession yake nikaona kweli like imevalidate kinko asema. Akasema aje, not everyone who uses drugs ama akona under your substance use end up having mental health issues. Na kuna watu wakona mental health issues but they've never used drugs. Na kuna watu wamekuwa under drugs nini and they don't develop mental health issues. So that's good to put it out there. So I'm still setting up. Hii setup ni ndefu kidogo. So kuna unasema mtu akisema aje, like before I did my attempt, I first did my attempt when I was 10 but nikasahau na you know the way your mind inabali vitu nikasahau. Then I remember at one point in my life nikiambia watu mimi can never take my life. Hata nikasawingia when I was 10 I did it. Then when I was around 22 23 I did sasa another attempt. Unaona?
Yes.
When I did that attempt I was not depressed. Like it wasn't that I was depressed or anything. Like I could tell I was not depressed. Then later on in life, there was a time I was so depressed, like a major depressive episode, but I was not suicidal. Oh. Then there are people who everything is just going on well. Maisha yake imekuwa well. There's no history of mental health condition in the family. There's no family history. And I have tick hizo box za nini. Then hiyo split second. Then kitu inafanyika like someone can wake up today and take their life today, but imefanyika leo like jana ungejaribu kuanalyze hata yeye mwenyewe hangejua. So kuna hiyo aspect tunakuanga like me can't take my life. Sasa kitu yenye imenisikia sana ni venye umesema something about split second like vitu zinaweza happen within an hour, 2 hours, a day, and everything it change na someone will take their life.
It is very possible, yes, because of the nature of life, very chaotic. It's very chaotic, yet still, as much as, yes, it can happen like that, still, now when it comes to deciding, haikuangi split second decision when you contemplate it for a while, because hata ukipata that challenge kuna the walk towards ama kuna the journey towards let's say kwenda kununua hiyo kitu yenye tenda kama ni dawa naenda kumeza unaweza kuna time ya kwenda kunini, so sio split second.
I get it.
There's a time gap hapo katikati. So iko na more ways to address it. And for you actually ni very challenging because nilikuwa nimefikiria over a technique where when you're having suicidal thoughts you would sit down with these thoughts hadi ulete radio, an imaginary radio. This is all happening in your head sasa. You bring in these suicidal thoughts, unaipea so mimi naipea the body of myself nikiwa mtoto, so ni kama myself as a child is telling me why they are suicidal. Na sasa the reason I'm using myself as a child is children wanakuanga brutally honest. Mtoto atakuuliza anko, kwa nini unanga pesa? Na hivyo ndo pia our mind inakuanga to us.
Anko, mbona unanti?
Usiniulize hivyo. So anyway, ina happen hivyo na ni
so ukipea umeleta the radio, umepea your body the nini?
Nimepea my younger self, nimeka radio na my younger self ananiambia why they are suicidal. Because you can never pia suppress the reason. You need to know why and you need to bring it to the surface. Saa zingine inaweza need a trained therapist maybe to take you through this. Inaweza kuwa very challenging. But it's very necessary. Kuna phrase nasimanga pia, the only way out is through. Nikiwa rehab, my counselor alikuwa anasema, it was a very mundane example but it makes sense. Unaona venye ukitoa pipe kwa tap na ilikuwa una nini maji, kuna maji inabakingi hapo kwa pipe. So alikuwa ananiambia the only way out is through. It has to go through that pipe to get out. Na pia ukiwa in a suicidal state, you have to go through with it. Huwezi tu toka. Huwezi tu, maybe uko katikati ya ocean, huwezi tu airlift tutoke. Maybe you'd have to swim.
You have to.
Perhaps maybe of course unaweza airlift. I don't know. When it comes to the mind, it doesn't work like that.
Speaking of which, there is a quote That's how who said it, but akosema if you are halfway through hell, the best thing ni
maliza the
other half. So if hizo suicidal thoughts, you have to deal with them and you are halfway. Na maybe that's the worst that it can be. See, just maliza, but sio tujimalize, but walk through it, like get away of it baada ya kujimaliza, si ndio?
Of course inakuanga easier to say
than
to do.
Yeah, true.
And we have to acknowledge that.
Yeah, sure.
And but ningependa ku remind the listener that hii decision inakuwa made out of very limited information. You cannot see the whole picture of life. Kama chani kupe story. Actually kuna stories mbili umenikatisha short sijamaliza, so nitarudi.
Sorry about that.
Hakuna shida.
Yeah.
My grandfather alipata job Mombasa. So my grandmother was in Kisumu and she was like, ujamaa akienda Mombasa ataanza na amepata hii job na atakuwa na do, ataanza hata enda into prostitutes and all those things. So akampatia a second wife. Okay, this culture is different. I'm not advising for this, but I just want you to look at the funny side of life. Akampatia a second wife. And that's how I have very awesome cousins. Unaona? Sasa niko na awesome cousins because of something that at one point ilikuwa very inakata very ridiculous to do. That's how life is. Unaweza kuwa uende umelink uko suicidal but ama acha tu niseme kama baba ya grandfather Obama. Obama alienda kukana grandfather yake for a while because hakuwa na accept as a black person in the places he was staying. Na hata huyo grandfather yake akienda place kukunywa maybe in a bar to drink some alcohol or something, watu wanatoka wanaenda. So imagine kama huyo grandfather wa Obama ange give up on Obama. You see, kuna everyone plays a role in life. We are all interconnected.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, we are all interconnected and your family. Nilikuwa na a challenge of hiyo kuambia mtu think about your family because nilikuwa naona ni kama inakaa emotional blackmail, but it's a statement of fact. Your family will be very hurt.
Devastated.
And if not your family, there will be someone who will be very devastated. And if there's no someone, I will be devastated too. Because I'm passionate about this na pia me, that brings me now to nilikuwa nasema about my suicide story. That was nilisema 6 to 7 years ago. Nilikuwa deep in addiction, doing heroin and nilikuwa tu nimechoka. At that point so my brain was not feeling any sense of satisfaction from anything. Hata hiyo the drug itself sasa. Alafu mimi nilikuwa the drug user that sikuwa najituma sana kutafuta do. So nilikuwa zingine nategemea marafiki wangu, na unaweza kuwa frustrated, unaenda place ya kuuse ukidhani best yako ataku smoke up but atakusmoke up. So imagine your frustration. Maybe nimetembea hata from Jamhuri hadi Tao because tu mwili yangu imefeel siwezi. Na nimejaribu kuuza, niliuza nguo zangu hadi una lack vitu za kuuza. So anyway nikasema I had a guitar. I bought this guitar after I sold that guitar. So I had an electric guitar that I'm very grateful I was bought for, but I apologize. Maybe ni opportunity pia ku apologize mtu ali believe in me akanunulia. So nilikuwa na guitar nikasema I'm tired of life, but wacha niuze hii guitar. I smoke heroin and after it's over I'll kill myself or I'll end my life. So ikafika, but I never really had the courage to. First of all nilikuwa nasema I'll find the courage to do it when I've sold my guitar because nilikuwa nimejua guitar is very important to me na nikishauza hii this will be the final. I won't have anything to hold on to. But say ka happen niliuza guitar yangu for 2000. Guitar ilikuwa guitar electric niliuza na 2000. So after that bado sikuwa na courage na nika fall into very deep depression after that. You say I can't die and I also can't live. Unaona, cause life is not good enough for me, but I still can't go through with death. But somehow I'm here. Na niko another guitar, so life is just it has a get out of jail card, let me say. Singejua kuna get out of jail card in front, but I don't know what kept me through. Actually, if I can try to remember what got me through that part, because I was still, sasa nilikuwa passively suicide. Nilikuwa na hope something would just take me. Ama nilikuwa na hope ningelala na usiamke.
Mat upande mat yanguke. Ama kiroli kikugonge but sio ujigongeshe.
Saa zingine purpose comes to you when you are sometimes you can seek it na usipate, but then you give up seeking for it and it finds you.
Maybe for a minute you can even close your eyes if you want to, but try and remember one or two things that carried you through. Ndio pia mtu mwingine mwenye ako almost in a similar situation anasema enyewe if Timo alipitia hii na this carried, maybe anazinini kwa ililete kwa life yake.
Okay, nilikuwa mkuwa na let's say even perhaps a delusional way of thinking. Na I just had a tiny feeling that, you know, things might be okay. I didn't know things will be okay. I just felt things might be okay. Sijui hiyo drive ilitoka wapi, but perhaps pia mtu mwenye ako suicidal ako na hiyo ka feeling maybe ni kadogo tu. But tap into hiyo kadogo na ipe chance. As I was saying, you need to sit with that child. Na kisha sema hizo with your younger self. You need to sit with your younger self, like I was saying. Akisema why he wants to commit suicide, why you want to commit suicide, weskiza tu. And at the end of it, hug him, which is again in the mind, but it's a first step. Acceptance is a first step, because tunasemanga we need to fight suicide, but when you fight something, it fights back. And you also sometimes they don't want to fight for life, so they don't want to fight against suicide, because to a person inaweza fika point it's not worth fighting for. So maybe hug the proverbial self. Na in your first step, which also means you need a connection with other people. People, na watu that are there to support you. For example, kama mimi naamka naenda shule just so that I can be able to support someone. Kwa suicidal, so there's people.
Thank you for that.
There's people who are
you and thousand others across the country. Sure.
Na kuna mtu sasa maybe ako primary, go through something difficult, anataka kuwa a therapist ama anataka ku help people. Sometimes kuna watu wana use pain to build resilience. And ninge urge to the listener to be patient to find your purpose. Be patient as you are looking for your purpose, even if it's tough at the moment.
Heavens must be proud of you. You're a personification of, even if you have little faith like a mustard seed. So you had that it might be well, then eventually it became
well.
That's
fake it till you make it. Kuna another quote ime come across my mind, imepotea, but it was something about faking it till you make it. It was saying this: when falling asleep, you first pretend to sleep, and that's when you fall asleep. First kabla hata ulale, of course kuna ile kulala unaweza tu zima all of a sudden umelala kwa gari, but when you want to go to sleep, hata kama unasikia usingizi, bado utaenda kwa kitanda, ujifunike na nini, ufunge macho. It's like you're pretending to sleep. Alafu ndo sasa sleep inakuja. In life it's the same also. You need to pretend kidogo that things are okay. not only this is not enough. You need to do this along with other nini. As you also pretending, also build on this pretense. Try to make your imagination to come to life. Yeah.
True.
Before useme anything else,
continue.
Naona tulikoenda. I was also saying, nilisema yo phone. Nikasema fight. Trying to please the society per se, or people waone that you are a competent person, ama capable of nini, and people can, kuna mtu anaweza sacrifice their nini ku please mtu mwingine and at the end anajiumiza, so hiyo ndo phone. Kuna fight which is
sorry, I'm interrupting, but what you are saying, and I think this thing is imekuwa yani there's divine thing kwa hii whole thing, because the previous speaker there was a speaker on Friday by the name Liz Nyambura ni HR. She tackled something about why high performers kwa job they don't ask for help. Then we have seen cases of watu, even there was a case in the media of a person working in an audit firm akajirusha from a building. So maybe high performer pia ni people pleaser, pia anataka watu wasemange ukipea so and so task atakusaidia, ukipea so and so task anakusaidia. Alafu hataki kuask for help. Hiyo people pleasing, alafu finally we lose that life. After there was a case in, was it China or Japan? Of a person mwenye kwa job kila mtu ndo alikuwa anatumia text nini, then aka collapse of heart attack. So atakuwa rushed kwa hosi, messages bado tu zinaingia, even after 4 hours after amedie, bado messages zinaingia za do this for me, do this for me, do this for me, do this.
Wow. So hiyo people pleaser, kuna vile pia kuna levels. At the end of si wote ni people pleasers, sure. To some extent, to a degree. Kuna degree yenye ni healthy, because we live in a community. At the end siwezi kuja chanipe a terrible example, ni shit kwa mlango yako juu I don't care unaona hiyo ni we all people pleaser to an extent. Ni kuna hiyo natural nini that you have to chani go back to the child. Unaona the reason mtoto anatembeanga ni juu anaona wenzake wanatembea, anashanga mbona mimi sitembei. So pia eventually anakuja kutembea because anaona hiyo ndo the way of life. That's how even people pleasing comes to be. You can see how people react to how you please them. Wana reward probably, na hiyo reward inakusatisfy, so you seek satisfaction from that. And so kuna hiyo pia fight. Na so when it's okay, let me define fight first. Fight ni ile ku rebel against it. Okay, not necessarily rebel, but when something is overwhelming, kuna vile unaweza fight in a way that is ile tu ya frustration, ile tu ya tension. So kuna hiyo, na saa when someone is suicidal inakuanga freeze between fight and freeze. Flight, sorry. Flight is when it says I need to get out of this situation. Na freeze when it says I'm stuck. So you believe you're stuck and you believe you need to get out of this. And then inaweza lead to very challenging thoughts. Hapa kwa fight sijui kama nimeieleza vizuri. But I'll revisit that maybe later. Niko na, again, when I was in my addiction phase, I also used to smoke cigarettes. Now I happened to go to an estate, to live in an estate where ilikuwa Kisumu huko. Nilikuwa nimecome from Nairobi where ilikuwa norm kuona mtoto anavuta sigara, but hiyo estate nilikuwa hakuwa na watu wengi wanavuta sigara. Na hiyo place in general hakuwa na watu wengi wanavuta sigara. Sasa kuna mtoto akaniona nikivuta sigara akaniuliza kwa nini unakunywa hiyo kitu? Yeye hata naona naikunywa si ati navuta. Mimi nini tu nikasema ni vile mimi ni mgonjwa. Of which pia nilikuwa na believe to I'm trying to heal my emotional pain ndo natumia. So ndio nilikuwa nasema ni mgonjwa. Kaniambia pole nitakuombea. Hiyo night nikapata an ulcer attack major. Hadi I was vomiting blood. And it was very bad for me. Ilikuwa time ya COVID. So chemist imefungwa. Hosini mbali na mimi na crawl kwa floor. Kwa mchanga chini na feel pain na the next day nili notice just before hii attack happened the last thing nilifanya one of the last things nilifanya ni nilikula maembe iko na pilipili na nikavuta sigara, but after nivuta hiyo sigara nilianza tu kufeel dizzy and all that right after hiyo sigara. Ndio ilikuwa the last time nilivuta sigara. Mtoto aliniambia asubuhi nitakuombea. Na hiyo ndio the same day nilivuta sigara. So just how yani we are the products of very many miracles. Very many miracles happened for you to sit here today.
True.
Kuna maybe for great grandfather wako karibu tu angukiwe na mti or something crazy but aka survive and that's why you are here. You see hata sio pekee, maybe wewe ali survive hiyo na tena kuna nyingine na kuna nyingine.
Alafu pia mamangu hiyo siku akusema you know I have a headache.
Thank you.
Angesema tu headache nini singekuwa hapo.
Maybe
then you know the funny thing ni atiata you know I used to feel me the firstborn, but I used to feel apana there is something of you firstborn yangu apana. Then I realized I have other siblings out there, so if you're my sibling out there kindly reach out. So I'm the firstborn to my mom, so my dad, I think my dad angekuwa akukudenja tu kivyake. May rest in peace. By age of 29 aliacha watu kadhaa, so I wonder if angekaka even up to maybe up to 40. So if maybe I'll stick na maybe the first relationship ama the second ama what have you, atungepatikana. So you're also a product of
exactly. A very fine moment ina determine that you are here. Na hiyo ya mama example ni a perfect one. Labda hata alikuwa mteja on that day alafu mzae aka give up akaanza kurudi
zile
simu ikawaka.
Ilikuwa enzi za booth, so labda aliambiwa endo simame karibu na booth. Alafu na zile zilikuwa zitangwa zile silver coins ndio kuna venye ilikuwa nini
tokens or something.
Unaweka hizo silver coins alafu nini. So maybe hiyo time lazima angekuwa na coins ndio I make your call, asimame maybe kwa booth, I pick your call, then
kuna so many things had to go right for your day, for you to come to be. Very many things go right. Hiyo siku digestion yake iko vizuri, hajasumbuliwa na tumbo aka cancel. Kuna very many things. So we are the product of very many miracles. And we need to appreciate
but that perspective is deep. Like tukiangalia hivyo we will learn even to appreciate life. Like we are a product of so many miracles. And also to build on that, pia there was something I was trying to write about close related to kinyo nasema ni ati ndo mtoto akuje it takes 9 months. Si ndio? Even Pastor T Mwangi anasemanga no matter how impatient you are, always impregnate impregnate 9 women after sa in 1 month after sa tupate mtoto. You have to wait 9 months. It takes a while life ikuje. Even with the advancement of technology, kuna test tube babies and all that, but it needs even 2 people. Ndio life ikuje. Na in the modern day hata lazima utume fare, una hope itakuliwa ndio life ikuje. Mbona when it's time to take the life, to end the life, tunataka ku make decision on a split second, like atuangali okay sinijipe 9 months. There's a story of Angelina Jolie, like alikuwa anapitia tu a hard time akasema nitatake life yangu, lakini hakutaka familia yake kuwe devastated, so akahire a hitman akamwambia we come jifanye it was robbery afu unimalize. The hitman was kind enough akamwambia it's okay, but let's give it a month. If nothing changes nini. So I'm sure within that month that Angelina Jolie had to maybe contact him amwambie hey, usikuje sasa. Unaona? So what if we give ourselves leo just more time, useme okay ni sawa, hii situation niko ikiendelea for the next, it took me 9 months kuzaliwa, ama hata if maybe someone alikuwa na mbio sana akakuja at 7 ama 6, it took me 6 to 9 months kuzaliwa, najipea 6 months. If situation I change bas
6 months, that's a very good way to look at it. Na pia before your 6 months, survive that very moment. Kama uko on the edge, una feel uko on the edge, try to survive that very moment that you are standing on the edge, ready to jump. Survive your
that moment
because you're the moment that is at its highest peak. Nilikuwa very intrigued jana ukisema ati wale yo bridge ya USA where people jump and they survive as the biggest regret ni the moment they jump. Sure. So you never have the bigger picture, and you can't have the biggest the bigger picture, but you can find a way to find a comfort. You can find the sweet spot within this smaller picture.
Sure. You'll give us how to survive the moment, lakini pia kuna dot ingine imekam, and I like speaking from the heart. You sometimes tukipanga tuseme hivi but enye natafu itoke tu vile itatoka. I was when I did my attempt, that is around 2013 2014 there about. So what story nilikanyangia for the longest. Sikoi ambia watu, hata sijishia na watu wengi. Then there is a friend of mine, and there was a neighbor who became a friend. Shout out to you Kevo. Kwanza Kevo alikuwa na kutu mzuri sana. Alikuwa anasema as a man, even in your worst, so much is expected of you.
Very true.
Even a man if anaenda kukufa in the next 1 hour, anaweza kama hata ametupea a whole village of kids. So even at your worst, there is so much that is expected of you. Maybe you unaweza kucheer up. So nilikuwa share my story na Kevo. So alikuwa ameona story yangu, nilikuwa nimeenda interview at one of the local media stations. Then akadhani ati sijui whatever I'm sharing, sijui ni content. So like, should I do content na vitu kama hizi? So when I had a personal vendetta with God. Like nilikuwa feel, hey God, hey, I know you are there, but you're not there for me. You even people who are surrounding me kwa niulizanga, bedo unaombanga? Imefika place like hadi watu wakuzanga, unaombanga? Juu like watu wengine wakiomba things zina happen. Mimi nikiomba nothing. So nika make hiyo decision, nikasema aje, God, unless you come in person, when you can stopisha. Like I did God, like I did it blindly. Na hiyo mustard seed kind of faith, like blindly. I was like, God, unless unini. So there's a place in Gitaro that is a dam. It has even been featured in the news, like what we look up many times. So nilikuwa nimesema nitenda ni jump over. So nilikuwa nimetime majioni almost kitu 7. Then nilikuwa hiyo time Google ikuwa information connect was available as it is saizi, but nilikuwa nimeona somewhere that in Russia ati kuna many deaths that were being reported of people they are drinking by the pool afu accidentally wana drown and nini. Then there was some information that was provided and I was like, okay, hii kaiba. So I was like, I'll die by drowning, but under the influence of alcohol. So, but I took like one too many, like nililewa zaidi, but nilienda. So that dam venye iko, so that dam, hata kuna place nimeandika in my other book nasemaje, hiyo dam, it's deep from the beginning up to the end. Okay. So in fact hiyo dam, wasi wengi wameishi side za Lake Victoria, watu wametoka coast, wamedrown kwa hiyo dam. Why? Si kwa lake na kwa ocean kuna kuanga na shallow end then unaenda deep. So hao wanakujaga, mimi najua kuswim, na swimming kwa lake, na swimming kwa Indian Ocean. Imagine kidogo. But Kenya hawajui ni hii dam inakuanga deep from
the very start.
From the very start. So nilikuwa nimesema nitakuja niruke wall. Sure. Then story yangu ishia hapo. So I came and I remember nikiruka wall. Then nikaruka wall. Then sasa sijui ni hallucination ama ni vision. I've never nini. Hata kuna parts of the story I rarely share with people juu najua kwa vitu vingine unaweza share ukute umepelekwa ina facility. So hizo maybe nitashare nikuwa karibu at my deathbed at 110 years. So I saw things huko, nikaona heaven imefunguka. Sasa sijui ni ile scripture ya Job ama nini ilikuwa inafanyika ya Jacob. Nikaona angels wanapanda wanaenda heaven. Then kasikia nanyeshewa. Nikashangaa kwani hii side kunyesha. That's what I asked kwa hiyo hallucination ama vision. Kwani hii side kunanyeshanga. Nasikia kama kunanyesha, alafu nasikia smell of blood. Nikajiguza. Then nikasikia niko kwa maji. Kumbe nilianguka kwa place kuna plants. But sikuelewa, it was dark in the night. Nikatoka, hata sijui nilitokaje, na nikaenda. Later on, months later nikaenda hiyo place kuangalia what had changed. Nikakuta there was an NGO sijui ya Norway or somewhere. Was it Norway? Holland which is the Netherlands. Walikuja wakaanza project, wakasongesha hiyo maji, sijui walifanya aje, alafu wakaanza fish farming, wakafund vijana waanze fish farming, alafu sijui walifanya aje. Then hii project ikakuwa abandoned. So hizo water hyacinth zikagrow. Wow. Ikakuwa like kuna maji yes, but your place sijui naweza explain aje. So when I was daring God ati nataka kuamka kwa mkono yako, there was a donor somewhere aliguzwa in Netherlands
years ago, I don't know.
Then project ikakuja. Juu project kama kama iliendelea hiyo nini ingekuwa so ikakuwa abandoned afi hii nini. Na ndio nikatoka. So Kevo kwa niuliza aje nikimchapia story. Ananiuliza venye she wanted to die. So venye uliamka na siko kwa hiyo maji, sasa maji ni kumaanisha na siko unaona vizuri. Mbona basi haukuingia kwa mbona hukuingia kwa maji? So to Kevo nilimjibu, na to other people like Kevo wanyona wanashanga kwani usi mtu alikuwa anataka kufa, mbona nini. So one, the speaker generally ongea about distorted thoughts na nimesikia umezitaja. I thought I wanted to die, but in actual sense, I didn't want to die, but I would have died.
You wanted the pain to stop.
I wanted the pain to stop. Then in my situation, nilikuwa nimeambia God, let me fall in your hands. So the moment, sasa mimi kwa dhani nitaanguka, unaonanga venye kwa movie there is movies za Jackie Chan na kina nani akiruka from a building kuna vitu zinawekwa afu zinamshika. So mimi nilikuwa na expect literally, I think I was hallucinating. Nilikuwa na expect nikiruka kikitu kitatoka from heaven kama kikate kinishike ama an angel akuja ni shike abruke na mimi, then ndio niseme. I was like, ikifanyika hivyo I will tell the world when God is real nini. But did I fall on God's hand?
You did, I think so.
I fell on God's hand. So ndio maana hata mimi nilinini hivyo, nilijiambia okay. Nikatoka tu pole pole. Nikajua I fell on God's hand. Sijui imeletwa na nini, but
it's incredible.
Ilikuwa imeletwa na ile regret ya jumping from the bridge. So after mimi pia ni jump from hiyo wall, afu whatever nini. So unaona, yeah, but also knowing what I know now, saizi I can't dare God. Saizi mimi na hiyo time kuna mtu akwa semangaje, sometimes unaweza omba na ujinga. You said you are finite.
Yeah, finite.
Sindio? Yeah. Na ni infinite, sindio? Ana atujibu. Hiyo time God could prove. Ni venye pia there was a servant of God akwa semaje, new believers God anawapeanga miracles. Like anaomba miracles. Anaomba. You see, Paul alikuwa na heal watu. Si ndio? Paul alikuwa na heal watu. Anafanya great things. But venye aliendelea kunini, Yesu sasa amekoma kwa hiyo the jani yake na nini na God. Mwiba wake hukutolewa. The thorn, Paul paid for 3 times for the thorn to be removed. The thorn was not removed. But sasa relationship yake na God ilikuwa pia on another level. Unaona? So saizi mimi saizi ambia God, I want to see your hand. He has shown me his hands in so many ways. So saizi nikiweza fanya ujinga kama hiyo ni hivyo. Na tukipatana atakuwa like nilikwambia. Yeah. So yeah.
It's very interesting.
Yeah. So yeah.
It's a beautiful story. I know it's linked to suicide and it might sound strange to say it's a beautiful story, but I think that's a very beautiful story, and that's life. Life, even pain and nini, when we step back and look at the story, you can find beauty in it. Yeah. After obviously you may heal sometimes. Hata say maybe if you are suicidal, there's a possibility when in the future you'll be looking at that story, you'll be like, wow, this. Yeah.
I later on wrote a poem, but it's a paraphrase of Martin Luther King after amekuwa shot. Like after amekuwa shot anasemanga, I wish I could do voices, ningefanya voice yake. Like I received many letters from the Prime Minister, from the Queen, but I received a letter from this white little girl akasema, I'm glad you didn't die. Unaona? So it inspired me to write a poem at mimi. So I'm like, even if
the poem, would you like to?
I can't remember it often, but nasema after I jumped and I was there in God, I'm glad God held me in his hands. So nikaanza kuangalia my life between, hiyo poem niliandika around 2023 hapo. So nikaanza kuangalia between ile time 2013-2014, it has been 10 years. So I was looking at everything that that could not have been there in the world because I was gone. So around that time I had started a platform inaitwa Maktaba Digitali, which eventually it has turned into a publishing house. So it's like if I was gone, Maktaba Digitali would not be there. And the sole purpose of Maktaba Digitali is funding the reading culture. You see? Then I wrote a book in 2022 to rally the Kenyan spirit. You know? So I was like, politics is due to divide. Yet Mandago alituambia tusiweke politics kwa roho. Tuziweke kwa ranks, tunazitoa. So I wrote that book ya kurali the Kenyan spirit.
What's the name of the book?
It's called Akachumbari.
Akachumbari.
Yeah. So I was like, if I had gone ile time, I would not have even been there to write this book. Then so many other things I mentioned, it's in my book, like nasema if I was gone, hizi vitu zote hazingekuwa. I think I now need to even update now that poem inaendelea tu kugrow. If I was gone, we would not be seated here. Imagine singe commit. And I don't know, maybe whatever is happening hainge happen, ama even if it had happened, hainge happen with my touch. You know, there is a touch of Timo. Like, and I want to thank you, Bede, for what you are doing with gaming therapy at GLC. So if you never came to Joshua Resource Center, hatungeifanya therapy the way tunaifanya saizi.
Exactly, yeah.
And maybe you can explain to people more about the gaming therapy. And,
okay, the gaming therapy is, the objective is to share our thoughts and to share our challenges as we play games. Because men usually wanatakanga kushare through interaction, and I learned that from you.
Yeah, men bond better over activities.
Over activities.
Sijui hata tungekuwa tucheza hapa Chinese checkers tukiendelea.
So anyway, it's about playing games, and so what we did is every round, kila mtu akona round anacheza. So every round mtu anacheza, they can share a thought, a challenge, or anything they are grateful for. It's also important to remember what you're grateful for. You tunasahau every day. So that's the objective of the gaming therapy, and we're also still learning. Due to pilot, we're also learning what we can use to build it. But it's very interesting, and we welcome anyone. If ukona any suicidal thoughts, or even maybe it's not suicidal thoughts, depression, or maybe just need somewhere to go and uonge tu na waseki kininja. Okay, it's that one is mainly for men. We also allow ladies. Reason is actually suicide is mainly prevalent among men. Na average age ni between ni the 40s. So attempted suicide a lot of the time ina happening in your 20s. Watu wengi maybe an attempt suicide in their 20s, but now they finally do it to completion, if I may say so. Sazile wako in their 40s.
I know this is not funny, but life begins at 40 na pia it ends at 40. Then mtu pia sama wako na more experience, like now wanajua kuifanya. And it's not funny, but a bit scary.
It makes sense what you're saying. So that's the reason we're also trying to put some space for the gents. Of course, we have our hearts for the ladies. We love them. And pia wako welcome. And we'll also look for something pia for them to see wache nyuma, because pia as much as una build the life is about balance.
Sure.
You shouldn't, ni kama hii program ya how of late there's been nini about girl child. Kumekuwa na talks about girl child. But hakuja kuwa na balance.
Sure.
So kuna possibility pia sasa tunaweza anza ku focus on the men. Alafu sasa how the ladies. So they're all equally important.
Unakumbusha ile conversation tulikuwa tuna have when Akili Bomba, shout out to you Akili Bomba, when they came over. So wakakamu na interns. Afu walikuwa na madem sasa. So initially therapy yetu ilikuwa tu men. Afu tunarekodia place inaitwa Center of Hope Gatwekera. So this area ndio tulikuwa ma boys wamekuja. So Joshua Resource Center iko at Olympic hapo hivyo. So hiyo siku kwenye Akili Bomba walikam na interns madem, the guys were excited. Then the next therapy, do you know what seats hazikutosha? So the message that went around ni wase kamini wazing kujeni therapy kuna madem. So we were even thinking of ikuwe maybe tuitumie as a way ya
marketing strategy
like kujeni therapy kuna madem. And you know yote menye madem walikuwa the turn up was so high for that whole period. After my interns madem wameenda tukabaki na kina Timo
The best of the best.
The best of the best. Nini?
Yeah.
So, yeah, tunaweza introduce your cam therapy kuna madem.
Yeah. Na ni very natural.
Yeah.
Like I said, or if I didn't say like I'm saying,
Yeah.
we are social beings.
Oh.
Na it's natural kutaka kuwa recognized, kuwa appreciated.
True.
It's part of life, and you deserve to be recognized. You deserve to be appreciated. Maybe don't do too much to get it.
Yeah.
Be yourself.
Yeah, true.
Napo sasa ndo kunanga na challenge. Sasa mimi nikikwambia sasa MD, be yourself. Who is yourself hata in the first place?
Yeah.
The self is always changing.
Yeah, true.
Who you are yesterday. So nasemanga meaning is something that comes as we go. Purpose it's not something you have. Maybe purpose is something you're creating as we go. Hata mi purpose yangu sijui exactly, but leo na find a small puzzle, piece of the puzzle, kesho another small piece of the puzzle, and eventually inaweza create there.
Also, be yourself. Sometimes be yourself inaenda tuna the dynamic of the environment you are in. Na when you ulisema fake it till you make it. So there is David in the Bible. Temenya alikuwa in front of siju king nani. Na so huyo king alikuwa nani. David alijifanya is not of sound mind. And the Bible inasema what saliva was drooling from his mouth. At that moment David angejifanya I'm anointed, siju nini, I'm the warrior. Life yake ingeisha. So there is also a place for acting. Like I think we always put up a show. Yeah. So like the way we talk kwa hood is not the way tutatalk tukiingia kwa ofisi. Si ndio? The way you talk with your boys, so the way you talk with a lady unataka queen over. So be yourself also pia it's relative.
Inaweza kulimit.
Inaweza kulimit. Kwa time but there's certain situations you have to act fala nini. Reminds me of a situation. I know I'm not a very good Christian. Nikitumia words za Steve Harvey nitasema I'm elementary level Christian, but I own it. So najua nikipeana story kuna watu watakuwa like tunajua. So last year there was a time I went out drinking. Like kidogo nika. So I went tulienda place fulani na huko set za kona. Some dark alley. So there was this guy. I don't know resentment ya fade dreams. He was in his 60s around there. But he was articulate. Akiongea unaona there is greatness in this person. But even 60 is not old to start anything. But una feel maybe kuna pali alipigwa chenga afu kidogo maisha kam frustrate. So I don't know why conversation someone mentioned that I'm an author. And people looked at me differently sasa now with the title. So the music was playing later in the night. It was around almost past midnight. So nikaenda ku request ngoma like nizi tu place. It's not at place high end ama nini. So tuko tunachukua remote afu unachagua ngoma nini. So nikasimama ku request ngoma afu nasema to change. Huyo mjamaa kasimama akaniuliza na bitterness nyingine. Who are you? Unataka ngoma ibadilishwe, wewe ni nani? And everybody was requesting ngoma, we ana request anacheza, but when it was my turn there was so much hatred. And I don't know why I said that. Maybe it's true, but I will take my words back kidogo. Nilisema no boss, mi hata sina ubaya. Sina ubaya, I'm a son of a nobody. Sijui nini. Okay. I don't know why kumwambia I'm a son of a nobody ilimu, but I'm not a son of a nobody.
Of course not.
John Jiru Mashari was a great man, no wonder I'm here. But kumwambia I'm a son of a nobody nini. I don't know, maybe akuwa test on, I don't know, ali calm down afu akanini afu yongo imekacheza afu hiyo story kaisha. But at that moment ningeanza kumuuliza who do you think I am, sijui nini. And he's in 60s but anakaa strong, sio ati anakaa strong, ni strong.
Kona kama strong, probably ni strong.
So hata ngumi yake moja ingeni. So yes, be yourself, but kuna situations zingine. Unaona, I was sharing this story with Debbie. Yeah, Debbie is one of the directors pale Joshua Resource Center JLC. Okay. So nilikuwa namwambia I got a job kwa this corporate and I would define myself as a corporate orphan. Juu niliingia tu sikuletwa na mtu. So in that working environment, it was ile manager ile system ya kitambo, like anakongelesha, anabang table, anatumia intimidation, then you have to shrink. Anakwambia kesho fanya hivi sawa, unanyenyekea, ndio ana feel a type of way, ana feel nini. So at that time I was working out. I don't know why when after umeingia gym umechapa tu gym, kifua there's a way unajitoa tu unaanza kutembea kama gorilla. I don't know why afu I had this walking style like, so one day nikaingia tu kwa office tu hiyo tu like I was just feeling good. And the regional manager was in the branch manager's office. Nikasikia wakiuliza aje, and who is that guy, who brought him? But it's not the words, sometimes though, it's how it was nini, like who brought him, like so I didn't know I was working like I own the place, like, you know. And that in that environment wasn't a good thing. If I knew what I know today, because sasa ndo time nilikuwa nimeenda to LD, it's a new city, I don't even have nini support, like friends nini in a new city. It was a town back then, now it's a city. If I knew what I know today, singeenda hivyo. Ningekuwa more conscious. Ni shrink kidogo. Najua kuna watu wanaambianga watu usema don't shrink. Naona. But kuna place nyingine sometimes unafaa shrink kidogo. Ninge shrink kidogo, nifanya job nikirealize this environment is not good, nikitafuta exit strategy. Juu sasa nilienda kuwa myself, and now me and myself we got fired.
So if I cannot do that, different environments require different personalities from you.
Different versions,
Kama unaenda swimo, kama unavanga timba, unapenda kuvaa timba, utaenda swimo uingie kwa swimo na timba. Different environments require different parts of you. And we also not one nini like this. Ataka ndio unaendanga gym, wewe si tu MD Njiru anaendanga gym. When you MD Njiru in so many other ways. Sure. So still lazima uonyeshe that one quality to define. One quality cannot define you. True. The same for when it comes to suicidal ideation. It's usually maybe one quality ama a series of events that makes you look at yourself in a certain way. Ama look at life in a certain way. Or just feel life is in a certain way. Sure.
Maybe for gaming therapy, I want to emphasize sana. Maybe you can tell people penye tunapatikananga and how they can reach us. Maybe kwa mtu anatoka from Tao anaweza tupataje at for gaming therapy.
At gaming therapy, the first channel naweza kulink to ni Joshua Resource Center. Perhaps you follow the pages. We can share the contact for Joshua Resource Center and just reach out to us. We'll be very welcoming. Unaweza kuja, mimi actually I think I'll win that game, but please just nivumilie tu. Unaweza kuwa umekuja uko na mashida na si wote tuko na mashida, I'm sorry to say. But unaweza kuwa umekuja maybe uko na stress, unataka hii game ikutolee stress. Alafu kuja hapo timu na kucharaza kwa game. So it's also, we also allow that. Unajua anga pia inafaa to come out
sure.
in the right channels, but if it's there ukisuppress bado itakukula from the inside. Na so ukikuja ni kuchape kwa game tuone enye huyu jamaa anakasirika, we will take the next step and you know ask you to address the things that are making you angry. Maybe it's a good thing nimekuchapa ukakuwa angry.
Sure. But
say that
as you are talking, pia an idea ingine imenihit and we shall implement it. Is it possible we do, because sasa people are all over, is it possible one we see how we can do gaming therapy online?
Can we do gaming therapy online? We can certainly find a way. Technology is possible. I'd have to do research and get back to you.
We can set up a game at kama ni Saturday night gaming therapy.
It's very possible.
So people from different parts of the country, even outside the country if possible, tuna join in tuna.
We can form a community. A gaming community. That's a great idea. You can form a gaming community. We have officially formed a gaming community.
Sure.
And you're welcome.
If you want to sponsor us for the
please do.
Sure.
Kindly do.
True. I know nimeingia nikakutoa nikakupeleka.
Na hivyo ndo maisha.
Sure. So if kuna kitu una feel you wanted to share but nimekutoa, I've regressed, you can share it.
At this point I'd like to share a poem. And I'd like to share a song. Hii poem nilipata initially nilikuwa very conflicted about kuishare juu inaitwa The Morning After I Killed Myself. So basically the person has already killed themselves, so it's a message of that person who has killed themselves, talking about the morning after, how alikuwa ana observe life from their point of view. So I'll give me a second or two ni search for it so that I can read it out. The morning after I killed myself. Iko na video in YouTube. It's a very beautiful video. Go and look for it.
We can share the link. Time hii video kiendelea fu. People will nini.
Utalia during that video possibly. Ni part of life. Nimekumbuka kuna time during my addiction period nilikuwa tuna hiyo existential ama hiyo divine abandonment. Na feel I'm abandoned by God. Na nilikuwa nalia. Na nikilia lips zangu zilikuwa dry. So unaona lips zangu zilikuwa so dry na feel so uncomfortable, niko like nataka nalia. Kwa lazima lips zangu zikuwe dry. So nika oil lips zangu nikaendelea kulia but ikakuwa so funny that nikawacha so siwezi pata hii nini online but naipata on YouTube. So I'll have to play the video as I can read it as it's nini. I can read it as it goes.
Okay.
So unfortunately itabidi nicheze guitar juu haina subtitles.
Okay.
Wait, sorry. It's a bit challenging kuisoma from here. But I really want to share it. Perhaps naweza cheza. Sorry. Here it is. Haya, I'm starting in a few. Nitaifuata tu. So kwa inaenda pole pole, I'll go with it. So inasema Come on. The morning after I killed myself.
Okay.
I woke up. I made myself breakfast in bed. I added salt and pepper to my eggs and used my toast for a cheese and bacon sandwich. I squeezed a grapefruit into a juice glass. I scraped the ashes from the frying pan and rinsed the butter off the counter. I washed the dishes and folded the towels. Pause, so let's pause. The morning after I killed myself, I fell in love. Not with the boy down the street or the middle school principal, not with everyday jogger or the grocer who always left the avocados out of the bag. I fell in love with my mother and the way she sat on the floor of my room, holding each rock from my collection in her palms until they grew dark with sweat. I fell in love with my father down at the river as he placed my note into a bottle and sent it into the current. With my brother, who once believed in unicorns, who now sat in his desk at school, trying desperately to believe I still existed. The morning after I killed myself, I walked the dog. I watched the way her tail twitched when a bird flew by, or how her pace quickened at the sight of a cat. I saw the empty space in her eyes when she reached a stick and turned around to greet me. So we could play catch, but say nothing, but sky in my place. Okay, so it goes on for a while, but it's 5 minutes. I'd like to go to the end. The end was so deep. So the morning after I killed myself, I tried to unkill myself, but could not finish what I had started. Yeah, inaisha hivyo. So please look for it. Nime somehow fallen off track in the middle, but it's a very beautiful poem, and when you listen to it with the music, it comes really well. Yeah, and after that I also promised to play a song with my guitar.
Okay.
I'm not the best singer, but perhaps you're the best listeners.
Yeah. You can give me a minute.
Sure.
Kidogo tu.
With bloodshot eyes, I see you cry. It's been too late since we once were. It's been 1,000 miles, still no American dream. So hold me when I'm high and lift me when I'm down. I wanna break free. It's not me, it's you. And maybe when tomorrow comes, the sun will shine. Maybe when tomorrow comes, we'll scream and shout. Leo, I'm a kesho. Leo, see you kesho.
Interventions zitafanywa na kina nani? Interventions zitafanywa na kina nani? Iyo 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 iyo. Advocacy itafanywa na kina nani? Advocacy endelea.
Tunapotezana, kuna mali unapose sana.
Oh. I'm responding to ile earlier on December na move fast. So the first.
Hello, my name is Timothy Abor. I'm a counseling psychology student from Amref International Training Center. I'm also part of the Akili Bomba.
breaks down the line. But like you're not so aware of it until you go and like check everything out. Like this is what is spoiled, this is what needs to be replaced, this is what needs to be looked at again, this influences this. So basically my point is we need to be aware of our baseline. Like what is our baseline? When we're happy, when we're sad, like what's our baseline without every added emotion, feeling or thought. Then once we know our baseline, we know when something is foreign and we're able to address it individually instead of, oh my god, I'm the one who has a problem, like my whole system is failing, when it could be just one thing. So yeah, that's what I want to talk about.
I love that choice of words, the calibrating the center.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where my parents come from, where my mom comes from, it's a tea growing area.
Okay.
So there's that. Back in the day before it became more digitized, people used to do it manually. There was that latiri. Yeah. So once in a while they would your latiri protect after being used for long. Ikikwambia it's 5 kg, it's not 5 kg. You measure kuhang so after a period of time lazima wa adjust.
Yes.
So when you mesema recalibrating to the center, my mind has gone like, hey, actually I feel tunafanya once in a while.
Yes.
Kama hiyo latiri.
Yes, even compasses, it actually happens a lot. Compasses sometimes they don't point to the true north, but they have to be recalibrated so that they show the true north. Yeah, so that's the point of it. So
I imagine a scenario whereby you have not recalibrated your compass and you're like, this is the true north.
Imagine.
Yeah.
And that happens a lot more than you think it does.
And of it I've been watching so many of those aviation videos, because of Guru and So, and they say that in aviation, like one degree shift,
it takes you somewhere else.
Totally.
So now imagine with yourself, your thoughts, your feelings, So let me start. I can start with the topic.
Yeah, sure.
The first subtopic would be feel your feelings.
Feel your feelings.
Yes, I know we hear that so often. It's like, that's so pushy. But you're supposed to feel your feelings. And I say that in the sense that you should let yourself feel your emotions without trying to assign meaning to them. Let your body express itself fully without trying to debate with yourself, like I shouldn't feel like this, I shouldn't have said this. Like just let yourself feel. Yeah. Also I wanted to say that our feelings are like the weather, in the sense that our thoughts and our emotions are like clouds. Sometimes they're heavy, sometimes they're clear, like today it's a bit clear but just cloudy earlier in the morning. Sometimes it's so cloudy you can't even see the sun. But at the end of the day, no matter how hard the storm, no matter how dark the day is, the sun will shine again. So we go through storms as human beings, it's normal. We're not always going to have the highs, we also have the lows. The highs make us appreciate the lows as well. So all I would say is let yourself feel your feelings without trying to assign meaning to them.
Don't try to assign
any meaning. Just let your body feel. Like you see the way when a kid is crying, lia tu, kimaliza kulia, kuja tuongee. Also you should treat yourself the same way. Yeah.
I'm not imagining as I tend to think I'm an overthinker, and although no longer I want to change from saying I'm an overthinker, because nowadays we are all overthinkers. So maybe now that's the baseline. Like, if you are all overthinking, then but you are just thinkers. Hakuna overthinking.
I know.
So,
you're overthinking.
So like we tend to, why am I feeling this way? Why now? We tend to assign. We tend to try and find meaning to everything. And
that's true.
So if you are angry, just feel
your feelings, yes, but don't take it out of anyone. Like let yourself feel the emotions run through yourself, like it's running through your body, but don't take them out on anyone else. And that will actually lead to my second point. My second point is breath work. It's really important. Like when you're flooded with thoughts and emotions, how we breathe affects how we feel. Like when we're stressed and highly triggered, our breathing becomes faster and shallower. Yes. That also helps you calm down. Like sometimes also when you're stressed, you take a deep breath and come back yourself. So basically your breathing really impacts how we react to stuff. So, first of all, when your breathing is disoriented, for example, the shallow breathing, your heart beats faster. Your brain can't process as well as it can because a different part of your nervous system is what's taking over control. It's like the alert system in your body. For example, you're in a lighthouse or you're in a house and like the alarm goes on and you don't remember your code. There's just so much noise. You can't switch it off and you can't do anything unless you've forgotten the code. You're panicking. The noise just keeps going on, and that's how our bodies react to stress and extreme emotions. So basically, what you need to do is breathe. I can actually teach you a strategy that it's called cyclic breathing. You take one deep inhale, and then right after that, you take a small one just to make sure you fully fill your lungs with air, and then hold for like 4 seconds, and then let everything out in an extended sigh. Do you want to do it?
Yeah, sure.
So you can sit up, right? So take a deep breath in with your nose, and then right after, like when you feel like it's full, take a short breath in with your nose, and then hold for like 4 seconds, and then exhale. Okay, let's go. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Yeah. So.
One is never enough. One more.
Yeah,
It's
that's
good.
good. Okay. I like that. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. So basically, doing that for like repeatedly for 5 minutes minimum. That's the length of a song, guys. You can do that. So yeah, that really helps because it also reminds your brain. Now oxygen is going to your brain, so your brain is not able to think clearly. It's not just being flooded with the alarms. Like, oh my god, no! Now it's like I can think. Because now when you breathe, I think functioning comes back to your prefrontal cortex, and you're able to tell this is how I should move. This is how logic comes back.
Oh, when you say it comes back to your prefrontal cortex.
Oh, that's just part of your mind.
Yeah. Where did it go?
It now focuses on your body. Your body is in, like, some people might say your body is in survival mode. So it's like, oh my god, it's panicking. It's not even, you're not even using your brain, it's your body that's reacting. Remember that I was saying earlier that you feel your feelings, but then also don't let yourself while you're in there. And then after the feelings, work on your breath work. Yes. So, do you have any questions for me?
I'm still processing. Should I breathe?
Yeah.
I love what you've said about breath work, and I've been doing it, but I didn't know the psychological aspect to it, behind it. So when I'm skipping the rope, like when I'm during practice, like my heartbeat increases,
Yes.
like inapiga. There's a time nilipiga nikisikia kama inapigia hapa. Then if the heart had a voice, it would have told me utasimama ama nisimama. So when my heartbeat increases, now I stop skipping, then I focus on breathing.
Yes.
So the more I breathe, then inakuja ikitulia. Then I've been trying to, like, I was doing a demo, like, I'm skipping when talking. So it's because now I feel like now my breathing is a bit nini. Yeah. So like I can breathe when talking. In fact, one of the things that I wanted to do, I wanted to practice like the kabisa of breathing. So we have at the office we have a tank ya maji. So nilikuwa nataka nikuwe naingiza kichwa na hold my breath ndio.
That's actually smart.
Because I realized hii kichwa yote ni breathing. If I can control my breathing, I can go even that 6 hours.
Exactly.
But unfortunately, I put dreads.
Okay.
So much.
Fortunately or unfortunately?
For that at
For that aspect.
at that particular period. So I was like, it's like kitambo mvua ilikuwa inanyesha na nyesha nienda. But says kianza kunyesha sitaki kunyesha. Yeah. So I was like, says says ingiza kichwa, but I've been trying to practice your breathing. Then there was, maybe you can tell us more about it. You just do belly breathing. Like, unasikia heart beat ni sana. You breathe your belly. So
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so it has really helped me.
That's good. I guess I know breathing is really helpful. There's a point in time I was working at an NGO that basically helped cancer patients, and like breathing was one of the therapies that they had for the patients. Because I feel like breathing like cancer, when you breathe in oxygen, like your body is not getting enough oxygen in all the cells. So like if oxygen gets to all your body, you're better able. Like some people are able to breathe, obviously not primarily because of breathing, but it helps a lot because like some parts of our bodies don't get enough oxygen, and they don't, like the way you were saying, you skip kabisa, you run out of breath, your heart is telling you simama. It's for you to breathe. So even our bodies like that, it reacts that way whether we know it or not. But that's why it's good to be conscious of the breathing in your breath.
Also when I went to get my back tattoo, I can't stop raving about it. So I was trying to find like one way kufanya the experience equal more bearable. So one of the advice that you need to take as many breathers as possible. Like when you're artist and then kuchora, you can take a break. Then because it is a back tattoo, you can rely on my. So once in a while you come on here, acha nipumue. Like nilimwambia acha nipumue so many times, but I was like, yeah, I need to like. It's a good thing.
That's good. But he did good work.
You plan to get one?
I have tattoos. No, I'm not showing nobody.
So the breathing peer, it came in handy. Yes. I feel as you tend to make it, kuna vitu tunaweza fanya make hardness equal bearable. There are simple things, although being simple things doesn't mean they're easy things. Sometimes we forget to breathe, like I'm sure there's someone watching that maybe says daughter breathe is all need to breathe, but for longest I did catch in
like actual breathing. There's actually some exercise we call like mindful based exercise. I'm like anyway, that basically it teaches you how to focus on your breathing. Like it's I remember there's a point in time I was doing this exercise with my friends. Basically the point is for 5 minutes alone, you sit without any distractions, no phone, no TV, go outside if you can. Anything, I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of it. Like my phone is not so you go outside, you sit for 5 minutes and focus on your breathing. There's this type of breathing technique called box breathing. 4 in, 4 hold, 4 out. No, 4 out, 4 wait. So basically you do that, and every time you're just supposed to focus on your breathing.
Hello. Sasa si utaongea? Nitaongea baadaye. Although nikiruka ita nini? Coaches, look at record. Ruka Jeff akurekod. Jeff, utarekod hadi coaches tukiruka. Sawa. Coaches. Twende. Hey, coaches. Twende. Twende coaches. Twende. Chukua screen. Imetoka. Twende. Chukua screen. Imetoka. Twende coaches. Twende. Twende Hey. Breather. Bas. Tumefika 110. Ai. Hatusongi.
This big city is mixed and lively.
So my name is Joseph Munga. I'm a comedian in Kenya, and I started comedy 6 months ago. And doing comedy is the best thing that has happened in my life. Before that, I was going through tough times, and comedy gets me through the tough times. I remember back in campus, there was times when I felt like life was not working out. But going up on stage and sharing my thoughts with other people, making people laugh, it brings the happiness in life. And the adrenaline of being on stage. Also, I was a very shy person, and now I can get in front of people, tell my jokes, and it's been a ride, and I wouldn't be doing anything else. Comedy is something I love doing. Comedy is something I'll continue doing. And for anybody going through a tough time, go out there. You don't have to perform comedy. You can be a fan of comedy, and comedy gets you through tough times. And yeah, I'm an advocate for comedy.
As a comedian, how do you maintain your mental health?
So as a comedian, maintaining my mental health is sometimes you have bad shows, and it's about knowing that you have another chance to prove yourself and believing in yourself, and knowing that in life not everything works out. For every good joke you see out there, it has had its times in the mud. Good jokes don't come just like that. You have to work on them. It's your mental health. You have control over it, and also you don't have control of it sometimes. Sometimes you can't help how you feel, but you can always motivate yourself and seek things that you love doing. For me, doing comedy is something that I feel passionate about, helps me get through the tough times. For you out there, get something that you love doing. It will get you through the tough times.
So hi guys, my name is Marcus, comedian. I've been a comedian for 6 years now. Yeah. So how do I, just make sure that my mental health is taken care of? I think for me, first of all, I was gonna say I treat comedy as a job, and just like in a job, if you focus too much on the job, of course, your mental health might suffer. So what maybe you might do is try to find something outside of your job, something that makes you happy, something that just helps you relax, and just make sure that that pressure eases up a little bit. So I think some of the things that I do, just personally, so like I say, stand-up comedy is a job, but performing comedy is a job. But writing comedy is a hobby to me. So what I do sometimes, I do write, relax. I do write, just write not just comedy, but I do write a lot of just different things, just quotes, just whatever. You find me writing most of the time. I read too a lot, and I think that helps sometimes. I try to read music. I listen to a lot of music, like all types, all kinds of music, all day, every day. And yeah, that's really good for mental health. Helps me relax and just, just in a good space. I also do exercise, not like relax of it, but just running here and there. Just working out from time to time, just trying to keep, fit, trying to keep, physical fit, and that translates into, just my mental health. So basically that's what I try to do. Just find things that are separate from my job, which is standard.
Marcus, thank you for that. What would you tell that young man who is desperately trying to hold on to his dear life? Life has frustrated him, life has disappointed him, and he doesn't have anything more to look forward to.
Um, I think in life we all go through different seasons. Yeah, so nothing is permanent. That's what I would say. Because even I personally have had moments like where things have seemed so heavy and so hard. And maybe in that moment, I thought that maybe like this is not something I can get out of, but I've actually like been able to get out of that because and what that has taught me is that it's about seasons, right? So you just find just a way to deal with the season, and I think you're gonna reach like like a season because of course I mean the nature of life. Everything's not gonna be flowery 100% of the time, and once you recognize that, then it becomes easier. But as long as you're doing something, yeah, as long as you're doing something to to just make sure that you're working, you're on yourself, that you're trying to solve whatever problems that you're going through. I mean, sometimes they seem so heavy, but nothing like under the sun cannot be solved. Nothing can, cannot be, fixed. At least that's what I believe, from experience at least. So yeah, just understand the life, seasons, it's good and the bad. That's how life is. What you do, you celebrate the good, you appreciate the bad because sometimes it helps you come out better. Um, yeah, it's about seasons now. Yeah. So hi guys, my name is Marcus, comedian. I've been a comedian for 6 years now. Yeah. So how do I, just make sure that my mental health is taken care of? I think for me, first of all, I was gonna say I treat comedy as a job, and just like in any job, if you focus too much on the job, of course, your mental health might suffer. So what maybe you might do is try to find something outside of your job, something that makes you happy, something that just helps you relax, and just make sure that that pressure eases up a little bit. So I think some of the things that I do, just personally, so like I said, stand-up comedy is a job, but performing comedy is a job. But writing comedy is a hobby to me. So what I do sometimes, I do write, relax. I do write just write comedy, not just comedy, but I do write a lot of just different things, just quotes, just whatever. You find me writing most of the time. I read to a lot, and I think that helps sometimes. I try to read music. I listen to a lot of music, like all types, all kinds of music, all day, every day. And yeah, that's really good for mental health. Helps me relax and just, just in a good space. I also do exercise, not a lot of it, but just running here and there. Just working out from time to time, just trying to keep, fit, trying to keep, physical fit, and that translates into, just my mental health. So basically that's what I try to do. Just find things that are separate from my job, which is standard. Yeah.
Marcus, going for that. What would you tell that young man who is desperately trying to hold on to his dear life? Life has frustrated him, life has disappointed him, and he doesn't have anything more to look forward to.
I think in life we all go through different seasons. So nothing is permanent. That's what I would say. Because even I personally have had moments where things seem so heavy and so hard. And maybe in that moment, I thought that maybe this is not something I can get out of, but I've actually been able to get out of that, because and what that has taught me is that it's about seasons, right? So you just find just a way to deal with the season, and I think you're gonna reach like a season, because of course, the nature of life, everything's not gonna be flowery 100% of the time, and once you recognize that, then it becomes easier. But as long as you're doing something, as long as you're doing something to to just make sure that you're working, on yourself, that you're trying to solve whatever problems that you're going through. Sometimes they seem so heavy, but nothing under the sun cannot be solved. Nothing can, cannot be, fixed. That's what I believe, from experience at least. So just understand the life, seasons, it's good and the bad. That's how life is. What you do, you celebrate the good, you appreciate the bad, because sometimes it helps you come out better. It's about seasons now. Yeah. So hi guys, my name is Marcus, comedian. I've been a comedian for 6 years now. So how do I, just make sure that my mental health is taken care of. I think for me, first of all, I was gonna say I treat comedy as a job, and just like in a job, you focus too much on the job.
Hi everyone, my name is Collins Owiti, or Collins Owiti Odede. I'm a counseling psychologist and a public health nutritionist. I'm so much passionate about how whatever thing we eat and how it affects our brain. I would want to take this opportunity a bit to talk about how I met MD or Jiro. He's a storyteller, he's a very good storyteller, and I'm always very fascinated with someone who can talk and put his story outside there. So that's how we met. But I'm so much passionate about young kids and having to ensure that young people are having a well mental health well-being. And so my passion comes from the fact that look, our first bullies come from our houses, our environment where we are. So before we go to the second bullies, which are the schools, or so on and so forth. So for me, I'm very passionate in helping the kids realizing themselves and also having a stable mental health state, and working also with the youth and working also with the elder people, which makes me very happy. My passion is to see you smile, and just as someone said, that you need to be alive to tell your story tomorrow. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Hello, my name is Kevin Molim, and I have been doing comedy for three years now. Yes. And what I do to maintain my mental health is I play football, because when you play football, you have to concentrate. You know, you're playing as a team. I don't know if you get it. You can't angusha team now. So you are under this pressure to perform. So you are alert. At that time, nothing else is on your mind. That's what I like playing. I like playing more than watching. Yeah, that's what I do. Just that.
Also, maybe to add in football is that other than the actual playing, there is a community around it. Like, if maybe you come to the pitch and you are like feeling low, someone who is used to seeing you on a daily basis or on a weekly basis, they will be like, what's up, like, why the sudden change? So
Yes.
yes, the aspect of community.
Yes. When you go to the field, when you meet up with your teammates, there's the banter, you ask each other how you're doing, and you share the problems as you're changing from the shoes to the Crocs. You talk as players, and that also helps. You have this community of people who care about you. If you're injured, they take care of you. They might even fundraise for you if you was hurt when you were playing with them. So this is a group of people who you met in the middle of your life. You did not grow up with them, but they care about you. So you need to have that also. You can't be alone. Don't be alone. Yeah, you should have people you can talk to.
If my memory serves me right, you're still in campus or you recently graduated?
I'm not graduated.
So every year during graduation, and I hope it won't happen to you, you find cases of missing marks and...
Oh, that has never happened to me.
Yeah. But you find cases of missing marks, and each year we lose university students because they're not graduating in time. I don't know if you're the right person or will be putting you on the spot, but what can you tell people who once they're in that position, they find themselves that they can't graduate that particular year and they decide to take their lives? Secondly, still on that, maybe you can also, there are so many deaths that happen in campus because guys are dating and they find their girlfriends are cheating or the other way around and they take each other lives or they take their life. So what can you tell other university students?
I think that question is very hard because you don't know what someone is going through. I'm not promoting it.
Yeah.
But I'm saying I'm yet to understand what goes through their mind when they're doing that. I don't know. I don't know if it's me who was not researched or me I don't understand why.
Assuming you're talking to a person who already has missing marks and they are like, okay, I want to take my life, what will you tell them?
I will tell them, this is not the end. There are a lot of things you can do. Even if you do not graduate, there are other things you can do. Like, I think, I don't know if it's just me, like the earth has a way of, as long as you put yourself out there, there's somewhere you'll fit in this community of us of human beings. You'll be a doctor, or if you do not even graduate, you can go to a TVET.
You can be a comedian.
You can be a comedian. Yeah. You can be. That's not the end. Yeah. Other people before you failed, and you go to university. You left other people who failed, and now they are also doing their own thing, and they're making money, or they've gotten a skill. Yeah. So it's not the end. If it's these things of maybe a relationship, now there. Also, I do not understand what goes through someone's mind when doing that. Because I've never had that feeling, first of all. I've never had that feeling.
You've never been in love?
I've never had that feeling of that I would die for someone, I would fight for someone. I've never had that. I don't know.
Good. But in short, to that young person who is at the university, and they feel like when they call home, what you pesa what do you call it, ya supper, nothing is coming. Wakienda class, masomo ni ngumu, wakitry relationship, wanaonyeshwa dust. So they feel like maisha ni ngumu. That's what's true.
Then what would I tell them?
Yeah.
If you're a man,
Yeah.
no daddy. No, I'm joking.
Yeah.
I'm joking. I think you just have to get out. I think getting out of the house is the first step.
In this case, out of the hostel.
Out of the hostel, yes, is the first step. You just try anything because that's the time you are young. You should try anything. Try anything stupid right now because you won't have the time to do it in the future. While you still have this small life, try anything. You know, I think maybe suicide comes from depression.
They're interconnected.
So, I think depression is just, you're just stagnant. Your life is stagnant, so you feel like you're not moving forward. I think that is what brings about.
Prevention itafanywa na kina nani? Prevention itafanywa na kina nani? Iyo 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 intervention itafanywa na kina nani? Intervention itafanywa na kina nani? Iyo 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 intervention itafanywa na kina nani? Intervention itafanywa na kina nani? Iyo 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 na stigma itazuiwa na kina nani? Na stigma itazuiwa na kina nani? Iyo 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 na stigma itazuiwa na kina nani? Na stigma itazuiwa na kina nani? Iyo 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 Despite my bipolar English accent, ladies say that I look like a 9-5 employee. Being fired is crazy. Despite my bipolar English accent, ladies say that I look like a 9-5 employee. Being fired is crazy. The HR calls you and tells you, we got 2 options for you. It's either you resign or we fire you.
I'm betting on myself. I'm betting on myself, yeah. I'm betting. What are the odds? What are the odds? The odds are high. The odds are high. But I'm betting on myself. I'm betting, yeah, I'm betting on me. Even when it's hard, I still believe. Through the pressure, through the pain, I rise again and again. I don't need help. I'm betting on myself. I'm betting on myself. As much as I need help, still I bet on me. If I fall, I rise again. Through the loss, through the pain, there's a fire in my chest, telling me I'm truly blessed. I'm betting. I'm betting on myself. I'm betting. I'm betting on myself. Yeah. I'm betting. What are the odds? What are the odds? The odds are high. The odds are high. But I'm betting on myself. Ay, 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 ay. Ay, 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 ay. Ay, 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 ay. Heavy African drums, stomps, build. I'm betting on myself, no turning back. Every loss just keeps me on track. From the struggle to the light, I've been fighting every night, I don't need help. I'm betting on myself. I'm betting on myself. As much as I need help, still I bet on me. What I say, what I say. Everything is at stake. Everything is at stake. But I'm still betting on myself. I'm betting. I'm betting. I'm betting on myself. Yeah. I'm betting. What are the odds? The odds are high. But I'm betting on myself. I'm betting. I'm betting on myself. I'm betting.
Come join. Oh, oh, iyo, oh, 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 iyo. Stigma is come join. Iyo, oh, 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 iyo, oh, 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 iyo, oh, 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 iyo, oh, 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 iyo. Nastigma itaziwa na kina nani? Iyo, oh, 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 iyo, oh, 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 iyo, oh, oh, iyo, oh, 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 iyo. Thanks, man, thanks. Thanks. We've done it. Thanks, man. Eh? From strangers to partners. Eh? Asanteni. Nashukuru. Juka nitaona huko mbele. Utazizoom zikuwe kubwa basi. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Father. Thank you. Baba, nakushukuru na kutukuza. Thank you, Father. Thank you, Lord. Amen. So, hi guys. Yeah, I stated that I will set a Guinness World Record for 24-hour rope skipping. Some believed, some doubted. But actually, it has happened. We have set a Guinness World Record for 24-hour rope skipping. Yes, the counts may not have broken the record, but I didn't say I will break the world record. I said I will set a new record. Yeah, you saw what was happening. On one side of the screen, I was skipping. On the other half of the screen, which was the vital part of this event, it was mental health advocates, psychologists, psychiatrists, people who have battled and overcame suicidal thoughts, giving practical hope and solutions to people. That was the most important part of this event. Not the skipping. I even mentioned that during the promos. So, thank you guys, the team that is here, because you have set a new world record. Nothing like this has happened before. Yeah, don't look at the counts. Okay, then, this rope skipping thing is a metaphor for life. It's a metaphor for life. I remember Thursday and Friday when I went to town with this banner. When I was doing the street promo, guys were shocked. They were like, will you skip for 24 hours? And anybody that I had shared with before, they were like, will you skip for 24 hours non-stop? It is not 24 hours non-stop. In fact, even the most pro athletes, few people can skip more than 5 minutes non-stop. Few people can skip more than 5 minutes non-stop. I've been practicing for the past many years and actively for the last 1 year. So I can tell you confidently, few people can skip more than 5 minutes non-stop. In fact, 10 minutes of rope skipping is equivalent to, and that 10 minutes means you skip, you take a breather, you continue, is equivalent to 30 minutes of jogging. So, rope skipping is a metaphor for life. You skip 5, you fail. In Kenya, in Swahili tunasemanga unabant. You pick yourself up, you pick yourself up, and you do another 10, another 15, 100, you continue. So, like today, the total number of skips, it's at times the 100 skips I did, the 300 skips I did. So, it's accumulation. So, the same applies to life. So, it's all about, and this is what maybe I was trying to figure out. It's all about, can you maintain the pace, then recover fast? Yeah, I was not able to recover fast enough. And in life, it's the same thing. It's the same thing. Your first relationship will not work out, but can you recover and date again? Maybe your first marriage will not work out, but can you recover and continue? Your first business may not work out, but can you recover and continue? It's all about recovery and continuing with the pace. That's the metaphor of life. Yeah, so 10 minutes here. So the whole purpose of this event, it was mental health awareness. In Kenya, every day we lose 4 people to suicide. But I can tell you that number is bigger. Especially when you hear the government ikisema 4 people, wajua tu hiyo number ni 12. There are underreported cases, unreported cases. There are also cases of creative suicide that people never know that it was suicide. In my book, I give the story of Angelina Jolie, a US actress. At one point, she wanted to end her life, but she knew that her mom will be devastated. She hired a hitman. The hitman told her, if your situation doesn't change in a month, I will come and take you out. Not take you out for dinner, but take you out. I think the situation changed, and Angelina Jolie maybe had to call that hitman. So if Angelina Jolie died during that incident, it would have been reported as murder, robbery, or something else. So there are so many people, especially during the weekends. They drink, they drive, then you hear cases of people driving under trucks. I'm not saying all cases, but some people, they don't want to devastate those who are left behind. So I'm trying to say that that number of 4 people in a day in Kenya, it's higher than that. In the world, we lose in 40 seconds, we lose 1 person. The unfortunate part of all this is that a majority of suicide cases are preventable. A majority, not all. There are some cases that we utaona but a majority of these cases are preventable. I was hurt and I'm still grieving. I did a TikTok video, was it early last year, 2025? There was this gentleman who was on top of a building somewhere, I think, around Thika Road or somewhere, and he was attempting to, the intentions were clear, he wanted to jump. Then there were some riders, Buddha riders, and one was speaking in vernacular, and I could hear, and they were daring that person to jump. And around that moment, around that time, I had read a book by Geostone about, I forget the title of the book, but it talks about suicide gestures and suicide attempt. So Geostone mentions that some people don't want to die. They are just doing a gesture. Unfortunately, they end up dying. Then there are people who badly want to die, but unfortunately, in the process, they botch up the suicide and they don't die, and they end up maybe disabled for life. There was someone who jumped over a train in, was it Germany, and he lost, you know? So that person badly wanted to die, but he didn't die. So that person who was on top of that building, that guy didn't want to die. 2 reasons. One, he did that in broad daylight. So he expected someone to shout hope to, I don't know, but the person was taunting him, telling him, why not jump if you're a man enough? So it's a high time we started, I don't know how to put it, we started being more kind. We start being more kind. Then, this is the thing, let me speak to Kenyans. The cost of life in Kenya is so cheap. How many people have been thrown from moving buses, moving matatus because of CG bus fare 10 bob? So if someone can throw you out from a bus because of 10 bob, do you expect that person, if you are suicidal and you want to jump from a building, akwe empathetic? That person can throw you out. Do you expect that person to be empathetic? If someone can pour acid on your face, do you expect that person, when you're struggling with mental health, they be empathetic? Let me say this, and I'm also a stand-up comedian. And there's a joke, Cesar Kuisema word for word, but I usually say that, you know, in some Western countries, when a cat goes kwa building uko juu, the fire department is called, then they come, they rescue the cat, and it's just a cat. But here in Kenya, cats know. Ukipanda uko juu, shauri yako. I know this might sound, sijui aje, but I'm trying to say aje. In Kenya, you can't even afford to be suicidal. In Kenya, you can't even afford to be suicidal. Because if someone can throw you out of a moving bus because of 10 shillings, do you expect you to respond to your nini? So, yeah. I have so much to say, but time is running out. Yeah, I would like to thank the people who made this event possible. Yeah, we did this event, and currently we are at Swahiba Networks. It's at Olympic Kibra. So my sincere thanks to, and my sincere gratitude to the Swahiba team, to everyone that was involved, from the CEO, Peter, Ida, Frank, Mike. The soldier even joined us for the song. You will see that song on YouTube. So everyone that joined. So thank you very much. Mbarikiwe sana. Also, I could not have done this without JLC. That is Joshua Resource Center. That's the organization that I work with. It's a mental health organization located at Olympic Kibra. Yeah, once you're right at Olympic, the first gate on your left as you head towards Olympic Primary. So I want to thank the JLC team, from Madam Isabel, yes ma'am, thank you very much. From Debbie, it was Debbie's idea, we pre-record the videos, and that was a good idea. Thank you for that. To my colleague Chirao, thank you. To Lilian, thank you for coming through this morning. To Warinda Collins, and also to the Center of Hope team. Center of Hope is at Gatwekera, and I want to thank the team there, from Madam Isabel to Teacher Wilson to Pastor Jonas, for giving us the venue that we recorded the speakers. Yeah, also thank you, John, Team COH, and pass my regards and my sincere gratitude to everyone from Center of Hope. Yeah. Also, I would like to thank Akili Bomba. Akili Bomba has been a blessing to me as a person personally. Yeah, last year I started therapy, and I started with collective therapy, and it was being facilitated by Akili Bomba in conjunction with the JLC team. So Akili Bomba team, from Felix, Oliver, Lucy, Vinny, thank you very much. Yeah, you are part of the song. You came today, you brought the speakers, you did so much. Thank you very much, Vinny. Thank you, Felix, for the prayers. We started with prayers. Yeah, I was like, hii kitu lazima tuanze na Mungu. Thank you very much, Felix. Thank you very much, Timothy. Timothy is the guy that was playing guitar in the song. Timothy is also a speaker, one of the speakers, together with Vincent. Timothy is the guy that has introduced gaming therapy at JLC. I was reading somewhere that men bond better over activities. Men are not wired to sit and just talk. That's why you find pools are very popular, both in urban and in rural places, because you just play as you bond, all that, yeah. So Timothy has introduced gaming therapy at JLC. Yeah, we play tennis, checkers as we do therapy. We play chess as we do therapy and other kind of games. So thank you very, very much, Timothy. Yeah, God bless you. Also, my sincere gratitude to the speakers. Thank you very much. I may not be able to mention each and one of you name by name, but I'm so humbled. This event, that was the main event. The speakers, that was the main event. The skipping, hiyo ilikuwa tu sarakasi. Hiyo, forget about the skipping. The speakers were the main event. And I'm grateful and I'm humbled by how the speakers stand up. People like Gadhoni, on that recording day, she was in a matatu from Nakuru at 5:30 a.m. That humbled me. You know, people like Carol, around that time she was sick and she struggled and she came. People came from Thika Road, people came from, yeah? So thank you all. I will not be able to mention each and every one of you, but thank you for sharing. Thank you for, some of them even, they were vulnerable and shared from a personal perspective. Thank you. And this is just the start. This is just the start. We need to normalize talking about these things. If you have lost a person to suicide, let's talk about it. You know, if you have battling suicidal thoughts, let's talk about it. In fact, there is a myth that if you ask someone if they are suicidal, they will become suicidal. No, that's just a myth. If you ask someone if they are suicidal, they will not become suicidal. In fact, it brings a certain level of awareness. So let's talk about it. Also, thank you to people like Makori. I had wanted Makori to be a speaker, but he never made it to be a speaker, but he recommended so many people who turned out to be speakers. Thank you, Jeff. Jeff is the producer, is the guy behind the camera. We have really done so much with Jeff. Jeff has been God sent. Thank you, Jeff. If you ever need someone reliable for your work, Jeff is the guy. We short of how many speakers? I don't know, over 20 plus speakers. We have shot music videos. We have shot a documentary. We have done 24 hours. He is a solid, reliable guy. Jeff, give your contact. People should reach out to you and work with you. Yeah, from a personal perspective, I want to thank Mama Barbara, that's my cousin. Yeah, anytime I'm low on funds, especially the last 1 year, it has been hard for me. Yeah, she comes through. She comes through. Thank you very much, Mama Barbara. Thank you, Kuzo. Barikiwa sana. I also want to thank my childhood friend, Jemo. Thank you so much. Yes, he always comes through for me. Even today, at one point, I needed to sort a few logistics, and Jemo came through. Thank you, Barikiwa sana, bro. And as I wind up, I want to make a financial appeal. The whole event has ended up costing 185,000. Like right now, as I stand here in front of this camera, the people behind me, like Jeff, now the producer, I needed two witnesses for the Guinness World Record. So two people could not have done, two independent people. So one person could not have done 24. So they came as a team. I also had Coach John as the pacemaker giving me psych and all. So the whole event has ended up costing over 185,000. So as we speak, I think I'll be depressed because we are done, but now I'm in debt. And things have not been easy for me. So I'm just appealing. I don't even want even an extra coin for, I'm just appealing if people can contribute to the till number kindly. You are 10 bob, you are 50 bob. I thought all the logistics, then we'll figure everything out. Kindly. Just send 50, send 100. I saw these people. Even initially, we were to work with the police officers, although they know the event is ongoing, but we were to tell them now to go back because it would have added more cost and people never really turned up. So kindly, tuma kitu, tuma kumi, tuma 50. Yeah. Then the other thing is that the event has been a success and God works in mysterious ways. So the event was supposed to start yesterday at 5 p.m. So if it started yesterday at 5 p.m., most likely we would have done it at rooftop. If we had cash to give the tent guy, mostly the event would have happened at rooftop. So the tent guy asked for 80% deposit. There was no money at that time, and eventually Debbie came around and we figured out maybe we can do the basement, and Soiba was gracious enough. But one prayer I was making, and one thing that kept me awake for most nights, and I even shared with Jeff and a few other people, is that you never know a person's real intentions. So I was worried if at rooftop, if someone came, because you don't know who you're attracting, this event is meant for that suicidal person. Someone might decide to jump from the roof, and that would have spoiled everything. Now that would even be a police case and it would be something different. So I was praying and we really prayed even with Felix, Madam Isabel, Akina Debbie, and Chira, and Leonora. Thank you, Leonora. So I was praying nothing bad happens. And maybe the prayers were answered because we didn't have the money for tents. So we did it at basement. So we were safe. So nobody could. Yeah, so sometimes redirection is God's way of, sometimes our prayers are answered differently. As I sign up, I want to make a candid appeal. The hotline numbers that are given for suicidal people or someone in distress, I've tried. Maybe you can experiment, you can do this on your own. I've tried calling those numbers, and those numbers, some are not toll-free, those that are toll-free, when you call, no one picks, and some, like for the National Police Service, NPS, I once called, and I told that person I'm in distress, and they were like, oh, I had a story like, oh, Bibi ameniacha, I'm in distress, because those are cases that happen. And the person was rude. It's in their system, they can check. The person was rude. I asked them a simple question. What is cheaper? To come pick a body, because after someone takes their life, who comes to pick the body? It's the police. So what's cheaper? To come pick a body or to have a professional behind the call center to help those suicidal people? Yeah, like for example, Akiri Bomba, they have people on standby during the day. But most of the time, if you have ever had a toothache, it rarely happens during the night. During the day, it happens during the night. So most of people are distressed at 2 a.m., 3 a.m. We need call centers. We need a response unit. Because one life lost is too many lives lost. Maybe to make the politicians take action, tunaweza waambia these 4 people that we are losing every day, easily kura zinapotea. Maybe that will make them take action. So one life lost is a life too many. So thank you guys. kindly msikubali nikuwe depressed niachwe na madeni. Kindly help me sort the 185k. Hata sitaki 186 ama 185 and 1 bob, hapana, 185. Kindly Guzwa, help me so that from next week I resume to my day-to-day normal life. Asanteni na mbarikiwe sana. Ndio umeka the end. Oh, yeah, I can talk for 2 hours, 3 hours.